Hey, what's going on, guys? Robert Thompson-Eshun. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm talking about my favorite applications that I use every single day as a student pharmacist. So the first application that I use every single day has to be Notion, just because of the simple fact that it literally organizes my entire life. And I think when you're using Notion, the best thing to do is to try out the different features in terms of the gallery function and toggle function. I like the fact that you can have a lot of information and then condense it really easily, so I don't have the anxiety of knowing that I have to have this much information all at one time. But overall, I really love it because I can organize my schoolwork, my work life. I can also do my nutrition guide, my fitness guides are always there as well. And I also use it to organize my rotation scheduling, and it was very easy to also filter things out. So Notion is my favorite application just for organizing my entire life. My second favorite application is going to be Goodnotes, just because of the simple fact that I use an iPad Pro, and when I'm taking out notes in class, I hate doing when I actually write down notes. So now I simply use lecture slides and I write down important information on my iPad when class is going on. And I don't like to write too much, just write down the important key facts that I have in class. And I also like using the Goodnotes app on my Mac, which allows me to look at the application, and then I can also import notes very easily into Notion when I make my summary guide later on after class ends. So my third favorite app is going to be Anki. Anki is a great app because overall I can make flashcards or make active recall questions after I basically summarize information or I wrote down information that I needed to write down in Notion. So I will say at first when you're using Anki, it's kind of difficult to overall get the process of it. But once you set up the systems in place, you actually get used to the mindset of doing it every couple of days. It's very easy to do. And then I highly recommend using close deletion as well as image occlusion. Close deletion is just very good because I can just highlight notes, and then I can just close deletion the main important keywords, and I make flashcards way easier than I did beforehand. And image occlusion is also very useful for chemistry classes or classes where you have a lot of pictures, because now I used to do it before on my iPad where I have to make pictures of myself and block out the words, but image occlusion makes it so much easier to just do that process there. So my next favorite app is going to be the Forest app, which I use on my phone and my MacBook, because overall I just like the fact that it forces you to be productive, and then you can set up Pomodoro sessions and make sure you don't use your phone, because I feel like I always use my phone for one notification pops on my screen, and then I'm constantly just doing an hour worth of nothing of social media, which I don't need to be doing. And the good thing about Forest is that it actually helps you feel like you're actually making an impact, because you're actually making trees. So whenever you use the coins that you use from being productive, you can make trees that are planted around the world. So that's a very useful app for just overall feel like you're making a difference and while staying productive. And then I also like using it on the MacBook, because overall when you make the MacBook, you can set up different websites that you don't want to actually use on the extension. So I like to use Netflix or YouTube, and in that way I'm actually making sure that I'm not accessing those documents when I'm studying. So if you haven't noticed already, every application that I previously listed has been able to be used on my MacBook, my iPad, or my phone. And that's very important for me, because if I'm traveling or going to work somewhere and I want to do a couple of things real quickly, I like to pick up my phone and do those applications and pick up where I left off from being at home. So these next couple of things are just going to be things that I also use on every single device, which is going to be first thing a to-do list, which I use the Apple Notes section, which is very easy to use, where to write down 3 to 7 things that I want to accomplish for the day, and then I can sort them out later on and from my MacBook, my iPad, and my phone. So that's very useful for me. The next thing is going to be the Reminders app, which I definitely need, because I need to have reminders for every single thing I do in a day. So I like to have reminders for checking emails at around 7, 11, and 4 p.m. I like to have notifications just for not drinking any more coffee at 2 p.m. or going to sleep at 10 p.m. or set up my schedule for the day at 6 a.m. in the morning. And all those things are very important for me to have that, because every single once in a while I do forget to actually do that thing. So that way this reminder app forces me to actually do it every single day. And the last thing is going to be my calendar app, which I really like to do, just because I like to time block my day. I don't like time blocking my entire day. I like time blocking maybe 1 or 2 events that are very important for me. So usually I like to time block when I have a very important event or meeting that I have, or a conference that I'm going to have in the future. And it's very useful because I can actually have a reminder on that section. So I can have a reminder for a day beforehand, as well as an hour before the actual event happens. And then also I like the fact that you can actually add notes in the calendar app, or I can add the person's phone number or that person's address or their video link, so that way I can just easily click on that instead of having to look at my mail section or my Notion documents for that exact notes that I wrote down. And I can also write notes about the person I'm talking to and what I want to talk to them about, or some questions I have, so I don't have to keep on using 2 different documents in order to do that. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out. Bye.